My grandfather loved to watch boxing on TV, and I'll never forget whenever they'd play the national anthem before the fight, he would stand up. I never heard him sing, but he'd stand up right there in the living room with no one else around but a 4-year-old little boy who wanted to be just like his granddad. And so it goes, we learn when to stand for America. We go to school and we read about George Washington, Paul Revere. We're told about Abraham Lincoln and the fight to live up to the promise that all men should be free. We learn about declarations, rights, and liberty. We try to wrap our hearts and minds around the sacrifices and the heroes that made us and keep us free. And so it goes, we learn why we should stand for America. Who knows how many times in your life you'll hear that anthem or recite the Pledge of Allegiance. Most we won't even remember. But once in a great while, we stand up for America, not because we should, but because we want to. Moments when history is so close we can reach out and touch it. We feel America with every fabric of our being. We see her in every face, hear her in every voice, and grow to love her more with every tear. And at those moments, America's story becomes our story. History becomes personal, and we, the people, become more than we were, more aware, more connected, not only to family and friends, but to the people who were the very first to stand for America. Extraordinary men and women who did the unthinkable and gave birth to a free nation, determined that their children and our children will always have a chance to become more than they are. And so it goes, their dream becomes our dream, and our responsibility to inspire our children to hold themselves accountable to ideals that too often feel like folklore or fairy tale, to help them make not just a connection, but a commitment to a story that continues, that they are part of, that needs to be shared again and again until we want to do more than simply stand up and say, I am an American, but want to say, let me tell you the story of where I'm from. We call it the land of the free, the home of the brave, and there are a million good reasons why.
Colonial Williamsburg works to cut the distance between the past and the present, to make the events of long ago immediate.
At Colonial Williamsburg, the stories and dramas of history are experienced in ways that make them come alive, because history matters. It tells us where we came from and how we got here. So let's walk the same streets where some of this country's greatest minds walked, and then let's walk in their shoes, to feel their passions and challenges, and witness their victories and struggles as if they were our very own. And by doing so, we become better prepared for the world in which we live and the challenges of our own day and time. That's why people come here and why they often leave just a little different than when they arrived.
I could tell you, I've had people come up with tears in their eyes because they said, I had never seen it like that before.
It's also why holding a meeting here has the potential to be so memorable. These days, there are plenty of places that can physically accommodate a large group. By booking your event at Colonial Williamsburg, however, you have an opportunity to do something that's truly unique. Not only will your guests be invited to rediscover the importance of the past, they'll also be creating a modern-day history of their own. And just as exciting, they'll be impacting lives for the future. That's because meetings held here help support the nonprofit Colonial Williamsburg Foundation to bring history's greatest lessons to classrooms all over the country.
Hopefully we're educating people and they're wanting to learn, and that's why they're coming to a historical place like this rather than just going to an amusement park.
So planning your next meeting with us means you can have a part in this important work. In other words, you might be affecting the lives of students who live right in your own neighborhood. Add to all of that our recently renewed facilities, the very latest in services and amenities, a host of delightful recreation options, plus the comforts of true Southern hospitality. And it's no wonder we've become one of the Mid-Atlantic's premier meeting destinations. It's also why we've received top awards by magazines like Meetings and Conventions and Successful Meetings. At Colonial Williamsburg, our meeting and facility spaces are not only steeped in history, they also feature the latest communication and audiovisual technology. The recently renovated Williamsburg Inn, for example, has 9,000 square feet of function space, surrounded by world-class accommodations and services. The Williamsburg Lodge, also recently renovated, boasts of 45,000 square feet of function space, including 28 individual conference rooms and an 11,000 square foot ballroom. And the Woodlands Hotel and Suites offers relaxing accommodations that complement 13,000 square feet of function space, along with a 300-person event space. Then, when it's time to relax, your guests will also have a host of options. They can enjoy 45 holes of golf on one of our 3 championship courses, unwind at one of 5 outdoor swimming pools or 8 tennis courts, or try one of our many biking and hiking trails, all within a short walking distance. We also offer excellent shopping at over 50 distinctive boutiques. There's a complete, fully staffed fitness center and spa, and you'll find over 20 restaurants offering a wide range of venues, from the distinctive food and wines of the Williamsburg Inn's Regency Room to vibrant, bustling taverns like King's Arms, complete with strolling minstrels and costume servers. No matter if you're planning a grand gala, an intimate gathering, or something in between, you and your guests are cordially invited to enjoy all that Colonial Williamsburg has to offer. We're located midway between Richmond and Norfolk, Virginia on Interstate 64. There are 3 international airports nearby with over 200 daily flights. And once you've arrived, everything is so conveniently located, you won't even need a car or shuttle service. So come, make your next meeting a meeting with a mission, one that relives the past, captures the present, and impacts the future. Colonial Williamsburg. Some of history's greatest moments happened here. Some of yours will too. Be part of the story.